Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
We are live from the 10th anniversary celebration of the HEMI Hideout in Brookshire, Texas, USA. It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, the inside, behind-the-scenes folks who helped create the ultimate man cave, the HEMI Hideout. Jeff has the top 5 fastest EVs known to man. And later, Conrad, did we do the car clinic?
Not
we
yet.
haven't done the car
That's
clinic.
at the end.
Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do the car clinic in the next hour. We'll also have the stories making automotive news headlines this week, straight ahead on this edition of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Thank you for joining us today. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We need more Jeff Dziekan, always. And our fabulous chief engineer and bottle washer, David Ainsley. And we thank you for being with us, too, today, David. It's always a pleasure.
We got a lot of winks going on out here for David. Woo woo.
Don
there's a backstory to that.
Don keeps sharing the story.
And we want to thank you, gentlemen, for winking at him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What?
He cut me off for a reason.
Oh, I see. Good. Well, we all try to do that as often as possible. But thank you for being you and playing the game. Joining us now in our remote studio here at the HEMI Hideout in Brookshire, Michael Ratcliff. He is the architect of the HEMI Hideout. It's good to see you again. I saw you, was it 8 years ago? I think it was 8 years ago. We did that video.
That's right.
Here. Yeah, and, I see portions of that video every time I come out here. John plays it back here. And you look at the inside of the HEMI Hideout, and you're going, it's not the same. It's not the same building. No, that's not it. Can't be, because so much has changed with all the signage.
Yeah, I think it's held up by neon now.
It is. Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, great job.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how did that all come about? How did you get hooked up with John to master this?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, let me go back. Let me start in a different way.
Okay.
What is your degree in? Do you have a degree in architecture?
I do. Yes,
you
sir.
Do? Yeah. Where did you get that degree from?
UT Austin.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't hold that against you.
Oh, come on. That's terrible. No, and you clearly have done a good job. But this is, needless to say, a very different kind of architecture that has actually been erected here. I mean, this is this your thing, this scissor arch architecture?
Well, this is a very custom frame, and you're right. The heavy timber framing is real unique, especially at this scale. So this was definitely the biggest solid timber project that we were ever asked to do.
Have you done anything bigger since this?
I don't think so. No. Yeah. Not in a solid heavy timber with mortise and tenon connections.
So the size of this is normally what you do in your normal daily work, or you do other sizes of buildings?
Well, we do a lot of residential work with this style of construction. There's another part of our company that does commercial work, but that's more with engineered timber. And so that gets up to a scale like this, but this would be the biggest mortise and tenon kind of true timber framing project.
So when John first put the thought with you guys,
move your mic closer, would you?
As far as what he was wanting to do, how much evolution was there till you finally settled on this? Did it change quite a bit along the way?
Oh, night and day. I think it's still changing today. But when he first came to us, it was really almost a utilitarian request. Hey, I need a building that I could fit my cars in because my metal building's getting too small. And then I think he said he had a picture. A picture of something in Colorado. He's like, I'd love it to be a wood building. What can you guys come up with? And he said, I'll be back in 2 weeks. And so we had a few ideas. We had kind of a general idea of size. And we gave him one simple one. And then we thought we'd test it out. And we gave him
see how complicated you can get, and that's what we have here.
See what kind of wow factor we could come up with, and he came in and he was wowed. He really liked it.
So as the original architect on this, all of this wood's heavy. and you have to deal with, weight and dispersal of the weight as the height comes down to the ground. How, when you walk in today and you see how much signage he has hanging, how do you see that in impacting your original work? Because clearly, it's holding everything up. Was it built understanding that this was the end result?
Yeah, the engineer we used, he's certainly kind of over-engineers or been accused of it a time or two, and so there's no concern there. I think John also had us design it to some really, really high wind loads, just in case, higher than what would normally be the code required. So this thing isn't going anywhere.
What kind of wood is it, and where did you get it?
This is Douglas fir, which is really, really good, kind of a preference for timber framing because the trees are really large, straight, and pretty dimensionally stable. So all of this is a special cut called Free of Heart Center, and that's why the joints look so tight and why there's hardly any checks in timber at all. And
wow.
it comes from Oregon, most of it.
So all of this was shipped here via Oregon.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How do you get all of this? I mean, these are some huge pieces. How do you get that down here? By train?
No, just a bunch of trucks, and I can't remember if this total was maybe 12, 15 trucks, somewhere in there,
wow.
just timber. And so all that would have come to San Antonio first, which is where we were located at the time. We're in Boerne, Texas, just north of San Antonio now. But so we CNC'd everything, at least anything that would fit on a large CNC machine that we had. And then
That's a big CNC machine.
Yeah.
It's a big CNC machine. We've actually sold that one since, and we have some even bigger ones. If you guys are ever in the area, it's kind of fun to see. But it's made in Germany. It's specifically for timber construction, just like this. And so it carves up all the timbers very precisely to maybe a 32nd of an inch.
Really?
And then it all comes out here, and hopefully all the cuts are in the right place or it doesn't fit together.
So is it all CAD designed, or is there a build? Is there a mock-up build that's done in Boerne?
It's all virtual, and it's done in CAD, and then or these days it's in Revit. At the time we did John's, it was CAD, and then there's a software kind of specifically in between the 3D AutoCAD and the CNC machine that exports it part by part. You load it up, and we call that programming.
So after you're designing it and everything's approved, do you have your own crew that assembles it?
Yes.
Or is that like somebody from IKEA that, part
IKEA.
A? Oh my gosh. Just
Jeff.
Yeah. And it takes them weeks to put a door on a
I
cabinet.
lost a nut and a screw or whatever.
The guy who had been with us, who led the erection of this one, he'd been with us for 35 years. So it's definitely a trade-specific knowledge
that you have worked with.
Yeah, and we still carry guys who he taught who are part of our group now.
And I understand that there are no nails in this.
No nails, just the oak dowels that you see. So don't start banging them out.
Yeah, the oak dowels.
That's right.
And they go hand in hand with the Douglas fir.
Yeah, you just use oak for the dowels because they're a little they
stronger?
have higher compressive strength. Yeah. So
interesting. Now, do you drill the holes where the dowels go?
Or is that done on your machine?
Is it done at the factory when you cut all the rest of the wood, or is it done on site?
So the tenon would be the male part that goes into the female mortise, and so you'll leave the tenon undrilled. You'll get everything together. You suck it tight together with the come-alongs or whatever it may be. Make sure everything's perfectly square and straight, and at that time you drill through the tenon and bang the dowel through.
So you use the other hole kind of like a guide.
That's
so
right.
that you drill in the right spot for sure.
Yes, sir. Yep. And then it's tight.
So did all of these timbers arrive on all of these trucks at the same time?
Not at the same time. We started at that end, which is really neat. We got that one up first.
Now, the neat end that he is talking about is the cowboy with the guns on the neon.
That's right.
Okay,
yeah.
I got it.
And then we just we built all the bents on the ground, and then you throw them up one by one, just almost like dominoes. And I think we had a 110-ton crane or 120-ton crane. And we just moved our way this way. The cupola you see here,
Yes.
we did build that off to the side, and then we flew that in like a little spaceship.
Dropped it in,
and just landed on top, yeah. And that king post there, I think that's 24 by 24, and that was all hand cut because that didn't fit on the CNC.
The one in the center?
machine. Yes, sir. And that's about 56 feet in the air.
So that would be like the keystone of an arch. Similar.
Yeah, the one we're all right under right there. That.
Yes, and particularly Conrad. Yeah, the one up in the middle of it. Well, it's truly amazing.
Well, there's space up there to put neon.
I mean, it's stunningly beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And just looking at how it all goes together, and the curves and the angles and stuff. It's very, very cool.
Yeah.
It's a design that's worth staring at, over and above all of the other stuff John has in here. I think the building in itself is worth coming to see.
How long did it take to erect the building?
I think we did more than just the timber. We did all of the tongue and groove. I think we have maybe 13 miles of tongue and groove. It's been a while since we've said it. And then we did an envelope of SIP panels. So that's kind of like a structural insulation product. I think we were maybe somewhere around 3 months, three and a half months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
I estimated it'd be long. In my book, it would take me,
A lot happens off-site, so when it shows up, you're really just trying to put parts in place as fast as you can.
So when it shows up and you're putting those parts in place, I would imagine weather would have a significant impact. So if it would have rained on stuff, would that affect its fitment?
It doesn't affect the fitment. The only thing that might affect, you'll have a down day, right? Just for safety. Or, if wind's blowing around, you can't lift things in the air. But I think we had pretty good weather. I don't think we had any big events that slowed us down too bad. So we got lucky.
Have you had anybody come to you and say, I met John, went to the HEMI Hideout. I really like the construction. It's just a little bit out of my price range and size, but I'd like to have something on a little bit lesser scale. Have you had any of those?
I've had a lot of people who wanted to kind of copycat this for sure, but luckily it just has never gone through, and because this is one of a kind.
Yeah,
it's pretty special.
Well, I will tell you that looking at it without the signs in it, and when we started, I don't think there were that many signs that were hanging from the ceiling. If you get to one end of it and you look all the way to the other end, it looks almost like a church cathedral. And have you done churches? Because that's what it looks like in here.
Yeah, we've done a lot of churches. We've done a lot of barns. So somewhere kind of in between the two. But it makes a great space for I think the car collection here.
Yeah. And for people listening, timber beam is one piece of wood, not like the glue laminated beams that you
MDF,
see at other.
That's right. That's what I call it, like a engineered product. Yeah. But the timber beam is just a solid piece of wood. Each one of these is a unique piece.
Wow.
Yeah. How do you manage to get one solid piece of wood with a big arch in it?
Yeah, that design is really, really neat. Well, you can see, just on the mainframe bent design here, we have a pretty big arch, so you couldn't have gotten one piece of wood where you would have had to carve that out. Because what we do is we have a solid timber that's maybe 24 inches deep, and then we carve out the profile for the arch. In the case on the bents here, we join two arches, which you can see with that kind of through tenon that goes through the backer brace.
Yes.
And then it grabs the scarf joint of the two arches, and that's really, really neat.
It really is.
So do you do any bending of the wood?
You can't bend it. You can't bend it. Not on a solid timber.
Okay.
You got to cut it.
Well, it's just amazing.
It's mind-boggling
that
actually.
You could create this from just the timber without having to manipulate it more than just with hammers and saws.
So what are you working on today?
Well, this really was a a foundational kind of stepping stone into some of the things that our business has grown into now. We have it set us up to really grow into some larger scale commercial stuff. So our residential business is still humming, that the mortise and tenon, but we do use a lot of the engineered products you were talking about, and those that's called mass timber is kind of the buzz in the industry. And so the typical customers for that are, we did a 6-story dormitory at Rice. We just finished up our portion of a 100,000 square foot practice facility for the Spurs.
Oh, wow.
We're so doing a lot of work for universities and offices with that engineered wood products. So.
Truly amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Not the same as this, though. They're not all customers like John. So.
No, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
It's got to give you a sense of deep satisfaction knowing that you went to school to do this, and then here
it is. Yeah.
Years later, and you look at this and, yeah, I did that. You probably think no big deal, but to us that don't have any clue, we're going,
And
man.
seriously, we have no clue. It's not just about this; it's about anything.
Well, Kathy's wanting to do a bathroom remodel.
yeah, well, yeah.
So, have you sent prospective customers to look at the work you've done here?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime someone has interest, I always say, well, we need to go out here just so I can come, even if they don't.
Come by yourself. Oh, they didn't make it.
That's right. But no, it is definitely something we like to show off any chance we get.
Now, were you here when they erected the building?
Yes, I was here pretty often, and back and forth, just communicating from the computer out to the field. So,
right. And how many guys on the crew that erects the building?
Typically we could do a pretty good sized structure with just 3 guys, but I think when we were out here, we had maybe
3 guys and a couple of cranes.
We probably had 5 or 6 on this one going. So,
but it's truly amazing. And what's the name of the company?
The name of the company, at the time that we built this, was Texas Timber Frames. We've now rebranded, same company, into Timberline, and so Timberline with a Y. Lyne at the end.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to have you on the show again and pick your brain and find out how the HEMI Hideout was made.
You've done a stunningly beautiful
Incredible.
facility.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
It's worth coming just to see the building.
I hope you brought your mom and dad.
Yeah, they both have been here. So.
That's good.
Has he talked to you about maybe adding on? Maybe?
No, Diane is still we are so done with that.
You're
Pull
about
the
to get
plug on
whacked in
that.
the head.
Well, I'm full of ideas, so.
Yeah,
Full of it, all right.
Michael Ratcliffe, thanks so much.
All right,
Great
thank you,
to
guys.
see you. Thank you very much. All right, time now for a special feature that Jeff has put together for us on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, and that's Jeff's top 5 fastest EVs.
Yeah, they are too, and this is something that everybody's in the EV craze. So, for most mere mortals, acceleration is measured in terms of 0 to 60. But when it comes to the fastest EVs on the planet, a better metric would be the sustained force. At 3 seconds to a 0 to 60 miles per hour or less, the vehicle exerts roughly the same G-force as a human has on Earth. So with this first one is a 2022 Rivian R1S Launch Edition, 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, Conrad. The 22 Rivian R1S Launch Edition is a 3-row capable EV SUV, was on less than ideal terrain tires when they tested it. It blew through the quarter mile 11.8 seconds at 111 miles, 0.6 miles per hour. This meant the peak acceleration 0 to 60 was equal to the force of gravity. The R1S exhibited similar jaw-dropping performance of off-road, making it and its stablemate, the R1T, some of the best all-performing machines that Rivian produces. Now, that's only Rivian.
But an odd-looking truck.
Right. $75,000 will get it for you. The curb weight is 7,091 pounds, 11.8 seconds at 111 miles an hour. It is a 4-motor system.
7,000-pound vehicle.
4-motor system, 2 front, 2 rear, 835 horsepower, Mike, at 908 foot-pounds of torque.
All at the hit.
All at
7,000 pounds moving
basically
that hard
all at the
and
hit.
fast.
Yeah.
Man.
So our next one we've got on here. Now there's like 25 of these.
I've had that car.
You have. It is the 2023 Kia EV6 GT. 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. Now, I'm ranking these from the slowest to the fastest as well.
GT, I thought GT stood for gas and tires.
Well, it does, but in this case, it's electric. Proudly proclaimed by Kia, out of the acceleration, it can out-accelerate a Ferrari Roma, a Lamborghini Huracan, and the EV's driftable all-wheel drive driving performance even stands out for other Kia models. So this one kind of beats all the other stuff that Kia is producing. Fastest accelerating Kia and for 206 miles of range, so it's not very good. Far from the greatest, and is priced about $60,000, which is from where you live, Mike. That's $60,000. $47.90 on the curb weight, 11.4 seconds at 121. Conrad. Motor layout is dual, one front, one rear. Horsepower is 576 at 564 foot-pounds of torquishness. I made that word up.
Did you like driving this, Don?
I did. I'm waiting to get into the Hummer.
Yeah, the next one is the 2022 Hummer. GMC Hummer EV Edition 1, first edition, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Currently, the fastest accelerating electric truck from 0 to 60 is the 2022 GM Hummer EV Edition 1. Why is it the fastest? Because Tesla is not in production. So this is the only one out there. 0 to 60 G-load of 96% of the G-force gravity. Special features and playful gimmicks abound from the truck's ability to crab walk, which I think is cool. Its removable T-tops, liftable suspension is called an extract mode, while slower than the RT1, which is on the Rivian side, over the quarter mile. Hummer isn't about practicality, and it's also an inefficient EV. Curb weight, Michael, is 8,976 pounds, 11.7 seconds at 105.4. It's
4 tons.
Tri-motor, one in front, two in the rear, 1,000 horsepower at 1,200 foot-pounds of torque.
And the brake calipers on that thing, they're about the size of a garbage can lid.
Yep. We're getting down to the 2022 Lucid Air Grand Touring Performance, 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. Tesla got out a big lead on the electric-powered luxury vehicle, but Lucid might end up winning it. The warm and inviting Lucid 22, Lucid Grand Air Touring Performance. I'm putting Conrad to sleep.
We saw that over at John Gray's.
We sure did, and that car was gorgeous.
Oh, my gosh.
The paint on it was stunning.
Yeah, finish, unbelievable.
Don't let that fuzzy feeling fool you. The Lucid, also a hardcore performance thanks to its impressive handling and overwhelming power in sprint mode, which unlocks all 4 digits of horsepower, while the Grand Touring 1,050 horsepower soon will make it the most powerful one there is. So it's 5,256 curb weight, 10 seconds at 145, dual motor front and rear, one front, one rear, 1,050 horsepower at 921 foot-pounds of torque. And let's see, my last one here is the Tesla. It's a 2021 Tesla Plaid, S-Plaid. It's 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds. So we went from a 3.2 down to a 2.3 in the seconds of 0 to 60. It is the fastest one tested thanks to the powerful, efficient motors. And I'm just going to get to the cut in here. It is curb weight of 4,816 pounds, 9.3 seconds, Conrad, at 152.2. Tri-motor, one front, two rear, 1,020 horsepower at 1,050 torquish.
Wow.
And it'll spank any other performance car
and that's a 21.
Gas-powered.
That's a 21 because they're all trying to catch up now with the old Tesla.
All right, time now for the In-Wheel Time cruise-in and racing calendars. We're going to do them back-to-back.
Okay. So on March 26th, starting at 8 a.m. at Rox's Bar off of Louetta, they're going to be doing a fundraiser for the Tomball Lodge Scholarship Fund. And that's being put on by the Champions Hot Rod Car Club. March 25th is the Spindletop Car Show out there by Mars out in Nederland?
Yeah.
Nederland, yeah. And then April 2nd is the Woodlands Coffee and Cars for a Cause on Market Street. April 12th is the Texas Pony Party, and that's at the Commemorative Air Force Central Texas Wing. April 14th through the 16th is the Lone Star 40 convention at Lone Star, put on by the Chevy Texas Classic.
Did you read
Chevy
this
Club,
before
yeah.
you?
Put on by the Central Texas Classic Chevy Club, and that's at the Embassy Suites. And racing, we got a chance to watch a little bit of it last weekend. Tomorrow is Las Vegas for NASCAR.
Watching what? What did we watch last weekend? NASCAR.
Yeah, we watched NASCAR last weekend, so that would have been Fontana. And then this coming weekend is going to be the Gator Nationals, the first event for NHRA.
All right.
And then
Is that this weekend?
No, it's the 9th through the 12th.
Oh, I thought
next
it was
weekend.
Next weekend,
okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
And then, so NASCAR's in Las Vegas this weekend. March 26th, NASCAR comes to Austin at COTA for the Eco Park Automotive Grand Prix. Formula One starts this weekend at Bahrain. IndyCar starts this weekend at St. Petersburg. And let's not forget the Texas Mile is March 24th through 26th. And we had that the young lady from Chicago or Naperville, and they're going to come run. Hopefully we can connect with them when they're here in town.
Hopefully, yeah. Okay.
So that's what's going on.
Thank you, sir. Want to remind everybody that the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you just can't get enough of it.
Oh, well.
Through the iHeartRadio app, just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. And podcasts are at your fingertips on over a dozen of the most popular podcast outlets. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
Tailpipes and Tacos, Houston's premier car cruise-in returns Saturday, April 15th to the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 8 to 11 a.m. Bring your Hot Rod Classic, Resto Mod, or any other vehicle you'd like to show and compete for one of 3 highly coveted Chili Pepper trophies. This April 15th kickoff event is one you'll want to put on your calendar because 100% of the money you donate for the free tacos will be given to God's Garage. You heard right, free tacos. Whatever you decide to give, all of it will be given to God's Garage and matched by Lupi Tortilla. God's Garage gifts vehicles to single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military in the greater Houston area. In fact, the Garage will gift a vehicle to a mom in need at this special event. Be sure to attend the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In, Saturday, April 15th, 8 to 11 a.m. at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10. Free breakfast tacos for any donation to God's Garage. It'll make your heart and your belly feel good. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available on the most popular podcast channels out there in 30-minute episodes. We realize our 3-hour live show can be difficult to catch in its entirety, so now you can listen every day to a convenient, fresh 30-minute episode. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Audible, along with a dozen more. In-Wheel Time has the most informative automotive guest interviews and new car reviews, along with popular features including Conrad's Car Clinic and This Week in Auto History, along with automotive news headlines. Our live broadcast airs every Saturday, 8 to 11 Central on InWheelTime.com, the iHeart app, and on YouTube. Be sure to say hello when we're broadcasting from the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In, Autorama, and the Houston Auto Show, among others. Now, it's easier than ever to hear about all things automotive all week long. You're invited to join fellow car enthusiasts in becoming part of the ever-growing In-Wheel Time Car Talk family. Don't forget those 30-minute podcast episodes on your favorite podcast channel. That's it for this podcast episode of the In-Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.